What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to the Dual Sport YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. I just got done riding. I'm out in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I did like 3 different rides today on the 501, the X160. Got to see Mount Rushmore. It was awesome. Got the dog out here. He's loving it. Grilling up some food. Got the easy up going, a little fire, and got the van set up. So what I'm going to go through now, I figured I've never done it yet. I wanted to go through the setup on this ProMaster, and I did build this van. This is like van number 7 for me. So I've had some things that I like and don't like about different setups, and I'll go through it. I'm going to start with the side. I do have some nice wheels on there. They're pretty cool. 17-inch rims. This is a 2017. I have some outdoor lights. They are like a 12-volt LED awning light, RV style. Going to the inside here, I have a outdoor carpet from Home Depot or Lowe's, I can't remember, but I also have a subfloor underneath. This is just some, you know, whatever that stuff's called, piece of metal carpet edge or whatever. Going into the van, we'll start with the bench. I have the seat reclined right now, and the reason being, or pushed forward, is because hopefully you can see this. I'm filming with a GoPro and I have it in super view, but with the seat like this, you can relax on the bench and kind of use it as a recliner. Pretty cool. This setup here, I just have it pushed forward, but I want to get a captain's chair for it. That way it can spin around and actually be part of the area. Up here, I just have clothes right now. Microwave, some cabinets, overhead storage cabinets. I built all this stuff. This is a practical person's van right here. I work out of this van. This is my daily driver. I use it for everything. So I don't want to have the best stuff and like the best finish on everything, because you're going to scratch it up. So I have this bench. I built this thing. It flips up, has some storage stuff in there and all that. Works out pretty good. Got my little flip down laptop holder right there. Works awesome. It folds up against the wall, and these things just hold it in place. Going over to the side, this is where I usually store my coffee pot, but I'm on like day 5 of being in this thing. I didn't bring a coffee maker this time, and it just became a catch-all for everything, including my dog's soccer ball that he likes to chew a hole in. Every time we get him one, he chews a hole in it. So going down, I have 5-gallon fresh water here, just a little pumper tank. Going to the side, when I was mountain biking and doing only mountain biking, I actually had the bed set up here. So it went across, and you would take the front wheels off the bikes and put the bikes underneath the bed, which was real nice because it gave you a lot of headroom. Now that I'm doing more motocross again and dirt bike riding, I actually had to raise the bed up. And I have my bike with me, so this is the Motocross Style Bed. If I'm only going to do mountain biking, I actually bring the other bed frame. It's just made out of 2x4s and some 3/4-inch plywood. And I just zip it down every time. When I'm done, it takes like 15 minutes to break it back down. If I'm not going to be using it for a while, I just take it back down. Over here, I have a sink. I made this sink. It's pretty cool. This thing flips down. Just push these levers. It's hard to do with one hand, but it just flips down. That way you still have full use of the side door. Flips back up. Nice little work area, and you can put some weight on this thing too. You can put 40-50 pounds on it and it's fine. I have a sink, running water. I'm using an RV pump for that, and a 7-gallon freshwater tank. That's all I have. As far as draining, I just have it draining out on the ground. I would like to get a holding tank eventually, but right now, yeah, it's just draining on the ground. Gotta show this. This is my pee bottle. Yep, you heard that right. Sometimes you have to pee in a bottle when you're living out of a van. And if you don't want to do that, then maybe van life is not for you. These wheel well cabinets here, they're pretty cool. I store everything in there. I have like a jack and all my different supplies and stuff in there. Going to this side, same thing. Just a big catch-all right now, especially on day 5 of van life. But this is my power inverter here, and hopefully you can see it. I know it's a little dark, But in there, there's also a fuse block, and that's where all my fuses are for everything. Now that whole thing is plug and play. There's a battery underneath the inverter. So I have 2 batteries in the van, and this thing's kind of nice because it chirps at me anytime the battery starts going low. So I know, hey, it's time to start the van up and let it run for a little bit. Like I said, I do work out of this van, and it is my daily driver. So I have my battery charging set up here. Bed, I have a 5-inch memory foam mattress going up to the ceiling. This ceiling is just some stuff from the hardware store. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a composite, and then I just painted it. And then these are 12-volt recessed lights from an RV store, and they work out great. These little hooks I have here, that's just to hold the little cabinet doors in place. Cheap way of doing it, highly effective. Now this is the key right here. If you're gonna do van life, you have to have one of these. And this is a Max Air fan, and it's amazing. You shut it off, it fully closes. This thing will work all the time. It uses so little power. It's also kind of a skylight. You can see through it even though it's black. And you can reverse it. You can set it on this temperature thing where if you want it to turn on after it gets up to 80 degrees in the van, it'll turn on. But as far as trying to keep the van cool, this thing is amazing. Especially when you have a dog or something you have to leave in here while you're out doing whatever you're doing. This thing will blow in, and it'll blow like 900 CFM. So it'll constantly refresh the air in the van. Going back to the sink area, it's my little tape measure thing here. Again, I'm working out of this van. This is a must-have if you're going to do van life, especially a van that you might let run while you're sleeping for a little bit or just sitting around. The carbon monoxide alarm, absolutely key. I've never had it go off yet while I've had the van running, and sometimes when it's cold out, I let the van just run all night. This thing is a 3.6 liter Pentastar engine, and it's using like, I don't know, 1/3 of a gallon per hour. So I'm looking at that as $1 to $1.50 an hour, which is way cheaper than a hotel, and it's quieter than a generator, which is most important for me. Got a nice little catch-all here. Again, this is where I put like my stuff like soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. And I'm gonna go around to the back of the van now. Going to the back of the van, you can see how much room there is underneath the bed. Now it is pretty tight up there sleeping, and it's not ideal. But when you're trying to sleep with the dirt bike underneath you, you have limited options. I mean, I guess if you only have one person, you could probably put the bed next to your dirt bike, but this is the ideal setup for me. This is van 7, like I said, so I've had some time to practice and see what works best for me. To the back of the van, I got a little extra air filter there and a shower curtain. That shower curtain there, I actually will put the door straight out like this one is, and then I'll use some clamps and I'll clamp the shower curtain on there so you can shower. I do wear swimming trunks when I shower and just kind of soaping water up and good to go. I use one of those bag showers from Walmart. You just lay it out in the sun all day, or anywhere else for that matter. I'm not promoting Walmart, but you just lay it out in the sun all day. If it's sunny out, it'll warm up. And then once you get done riding the trail, get off the bike, whatever you're doing, the thing's ready to go. I have an extension cord here going to the Easy Up, and that is hardwired into the vehicle, which is nice. And the reason I did that is because I don't want to have to plug things in. I just want it to be ready to go. So I just coiled up on this hook, and then when I need it, like now, I just bring it out and it's ready to go. On the back, I do have a Class 4 Reese hitch and a little tow package that I added on later on. So this van is rated to tow 5,000 pounds, and I can tell you right now, I've towed way more than that. I've towed like 9,000 pounds all the way from Ohio to California and back. And I've done that a few times, and it's been good. I'm still on the original transmission, and I have 130,000 miles on this thing, so I really can't complain. Got to throw a shout out to my cousin Sean for getting this awesome front license plate. I would definitely rather be in the dirt than anywhere else I'm at, so this thing is totally fitting. I'm just going to go around to this side. I want to show a few more things on here. these privacy things. I actually have some for the side windows too and the back, but I just made that out of some bubble wrap from Home Depot. It's like that bubble wrap insulation, works pretty good. And going down to this side, I have the same thing. I have the cord that comes out ready to go, and I have a USB charger here, 2-port USB charger, and here's my controls for my lights. So if you look up, that is actually a 12-volt LED adhesive strip light that I ordered off Amazon. 10 bucks, 16 feet for 10 bucks, and you just peel it and stick it. Now this is great lighting when you're just trying to have some accent lighting at nighttime, or not trying to, you know, turn these main lights on. It works out great. So here's the control panel for the outdoor lights and the main recessed lights. And then this is the water pump. And then this is those strip lights here. So pretty good setup overall. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. Let me know what you think. I got to show the American flag. Always have to have that. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if there's anything that you have on your van that you think is a must-have on it. I have done a few of these now, and this is the best setup for me. So hopefully this helps you out with your van build. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hopefully you're tuned in for the next one.